はい、皆さん、こんにちは。ウィンスです。今日の気分はどう？ Hello, hello everyone. This is Vince. How are you feeling right now? では皆さん、今回ご紹介するのはこちらに表示した漢字です。正確に言うと、小学用な1年セット4、1年セット4、第4セット、1号漢字です。では皆さん、well everyone, to be specific for today, I want to introduce you to another elementary grade 1 set number 4 kanji, specifically item number 1。少し長いですが、お付き合いをいただければとってもよろしく思います。This might appear to be long to you, but if you could stay with me until the end, I'll be so happy. 最後まで見てもらえたら嬉しいです。では皆さん、早速始めていきましょう。では、この漢字についてお話ししていきたいと思います。では皆さん、早速始めていきましょう。But rather than 皆さん、let's discuss things about this kanji here, and let's begin right now. Okay? So, actually, 皆さん、everyone, we are through with set 1, set 2, and set 3, and right now we are on our set number 4. Set number 3 is mainly about nature, as you saw already in our previous lessons. Well, in set number 4, so the super majority of kanji characters here in set number 4 are mainly related to living things, specifically flowers, plants, living things, insects, plants, except for some exceptions, of course, including this first kanji here, our set number 4. Let's begin. Okay, how is this written? Actually, let me tell you a story. Short story. This is the very first kanji that I have known, very first kanji that I have seen in my entire life. Well, this kanji right here. This is the first kanji I've known and seen, but at that time I didn't have the urge to study it seriously. So this kanji here, very easy, 4 strokes only. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. The strokes order and strokes manner are indicated here if you have your kanji practice writing sheet. So you may screenshot that. And what do you mean by this simple kanji? It means heavens, sky, or imperial, but mostly it will refer about heavens, sky, or something of very high altitude or very high clearance. Okay, very high vertical clearance from a reference point, of course. So that's the imi or meaning. Now let's go to the readings. How about onyomi, the Chinese-based reading? Onyomi, of course, written in green box and written in katakana. 10. The kunyomi or the Japanese Ainu, Japanese origin reading. We have 2. Ame. And as you can see, there are no we have no okurigana characters here. Luckily, we don't have any okurigana characters here, so it's kinda easy for this kanji character for today. Well, the Tian is the Mandarin reading, Chinese Mandarin reading. Tian and as you can see, it has relation with the ten or onyomi. Well, it's Chinese, or focus is Japanese. Well, what are the kanji that comprises this what are the kanji radicals rather that comprises this kanji, subject kanji here? This one, this big person, dai, and the distinguishing mark horizontal line, ichi, or horizontal line. As you can see here, radicals and components present, you can see marked in red font. Dai, big, very, and the ichi, horizontal stroke. Okay, let's decompose. Okay, and let me tell you first about the form explanation, minasan. Well, we all know, minasan, we all know that kanji are actually depictions and pictures. They are ancient depictions, ancient pictures. Well, this 10 here, it depicts a person with a mark or distinguishing mark on their forehead to indicate the original meaning. Forehead. The meaning heaven or sky is by the way of a certain principle called sound loan. We already have crossed about that topic, sound loan, and if you still haven't or if you have forgotten that sound loan, well, here it is. It is when a kanji gets borrowed to represent a word because of its sound rather than its form. And the explanation here is this kanji ga, meaning the pronoun I, because originally this ga here is kanji character for a name of a weapon that has a teeth. And you can see the history here. Well, I did not elaborate more on this sound loan, okay, because anyway this kanji here is easy. Our subject kanji is easy. So let's study the form. So in this subject kanji 10, this ichi or horizontal distinguishing mark is an empty component. It was originally a mark on the forehead thus indicating the meaning forehead. And in this subject kanji 10, dai or this radical here is a form component depicting a person. And what we have learned about this, we already discussed about kanjis and kanji radicals and components, and I have told you before that form components have great influence on the meaning of a kanji character. So as you can see here, because the original meaning is person's forehead, and this kanji here is a person. So you can see here and again another example that a form component radical has a great influence in the formation of the meaning of our subject kanji. See, the original meaning, a person's forehead, and this is a person. Okay, so what are the primary meanings here? Heaven, sky. Heaven, sky, or heavenly creator. Okay, and paradise, it could also mean paradise. Well, let me, for greater appreciation, let me just present you a walkthrough about this kanji character. This is our subject kanji character, the one here in violet font, and I'm presenting you this because I have told you many times that kanji characters are pictures. They are depictions and pictures. So I will give you a technique on how to, an alternate technique to memorize kanji, because our subject kanji character is here, and this is my handwriting. Okay, so the meaning is about heavens and sky. So sometimes we can impose picture images in our brain to look at on how we look at a kanji character. Just like here, in our subject kanji character, we have two horizontal lines, and this thing here looks like a mountain. So I'll teach you a technique, minasan, an alternate technique. So we can see this kanji character as these horizontal lines here are the stratocumulus clouds, hence being horizontal, or just like here, the clouds here looks like that horizontal. These two lines here, two horizontal lines, looks like these stratocumulus clouds here. You can imagine that it's like a stratus clouds here, the two horizontal lines, and this one here looks like a mountain. And what can you see? There are cases, especially if the mountain has a very great height, meters above sea level. If the mountain is very high, sometimes the clouds, there are the tip part or the apex part of the mountain already covers the clouds, and there are mountains that actually in which the summit has a greater height than those clouds. So, and we all know that this kanji character refers to high places, heavens or sky, because actually the concept that heaven is within clouds is not a direct principle based from the Bible, but of course probably related to Buddhism. I'm not so sure. Okay, so let's have some examples here. If we already know this kanji character, we can relate to this food, tempura. But before that, let's go back first to our main reference here. Okay, so let's go some several vocabulary, minasan, and probably some few sentences. Well, that's the history. Okay, tendon is actually a truncated word, and the expanded form of tendon is tempura donburi. Tempura donburi. It's very common in Japan that Japanese people name their dishes in contracted form. In the expanded form, it's actually tempura donburi. What is donburi? Donburi is a meal placed in a bowl. Say katsudon, and in this case, the pura in tempura was omitted, and the buri in donburi was omitted, and then ten and don was fused together, thereby forming tendon to mean tempura donburi. Okay. How about this? Rakten. Actually, rakten has a double meaning. Basically, it's about optimism, and rakten is also a proper noun in Japan. Rakten Incorporated is a conglomerate in Japan that offers financial services and communication services, just like Viber and Rakten Mobile. Okay, Rakten, but Rakten in itself, Rakten per se means optimism. Okay, Rakten Teki means optimistic. Tempura, our favorite meal in Japanese restaurants. Tempura. Tempura is not only for shrimp, but can also be done in fish and also in vegetables. Okay, tempura. It's actually a Portuguese dish. Tempura is actually a Portuguese dish. The Portuguese word tempero means season. So probably the batter used in tempura, the batter used is seasoned. Okay, I'm not an expert chef in tempura, but probably the light batter here is seasoned, and sometimes the shrimp is a little bit, it is being smeared with salt or seasoning. Okay, how about this? Kyoten. Kyoten, a noun and a suru verb, which means being amazed or astonished, horrified, or being taken aback. Tenmondai, astronomical observatory. Tenmongaku, astronomy. Tenchi, angel. Tenka. Tenka has some few definitions. It could be the whole world, whole country, society, public, and tenka can also mean the nation or country, nation in itself. Okay, how about this? Satan, fine weather. Satan, fine weather. Tenjo, ceiling. Tenen, say tenen bokeh, means natural airhead or nature, spontaneity. Uten, rainy weather because this one is rain. Uten. Tenchi rather. Tenchi means heaven and earth. Okay. Ten in itself means heaven or svarga or deva in Buddhist term. Okay. Amakodari, retiring high-ranking government official. Okay. Amanogawa, Milky Way. Amanogawa, Milky Way. And this one, very famous, Tenki. Tenki is weather. Tenki. If you want to make it polite, Japanese, you will not say tenki, you will say otenki. You make it bikago. What is the bikago of tenki? Otenki. You place the prefix o. Okay. Tenen, you already know that. Tenko. What is tenko? Tenko is weather. Now, the more prevalent one in Japan is tenki, or rather otenki to be polite. Although the word tenko is sometimes used, but the word tenko, the only slight difference is that the nuance of tenko, although its definition is weather, tenko is a weather that is based or influenced by climate. Okay, Tengoku. Tengoku means paradise or heaven, paradise. Tengoku. Tengoku.
Tengoku.
Tengoku. How about this? If you're a genius, tensai.
Tensai. Tensai.
Tensai. Genius. Okay, how about this? Tentai. Heavenly body.
Tentai.
Tenchi, heaven and earth. Uten, rainy weather. Satan, fine weather. Fine weather, Satan. Okay, we're running out of time here. And I'll just present 3 sentences here. Shibaraku buri no yoi tenki da ne. Shibaraku buri no yoi tenki da ne. It's been a long time since we had such fine weather. Okay. Kyou mo yoi tenki rashi desu ne. When you suffix rashi, this is actually an advanced topic. When you suffix rashi, it means typical. It's a typical good weather. Looks like another typical nice day. Okay. Or it's a beautiful day. Wow, ii tenki da na. Okay. How about this? How can I get to heaven? どうすれば天国に行けるのでしょうか? Okay. So, proper nouns other than rakten, surnames, ama biki,
雨引き、
How about this? Ubushiro.
産代、
Ubushiro. How about this? Asaama.
朝雨、
Okay. For other names, minasan, or other proper nouns here, please just screenshot the names here. The furigana or kana subtitle is written right directly below the kanji characters, because proper nouns in Japan are presented in kanji characters. Well, 99% of the time. 99% of the time. Okay, for other kanji character names, please just screenshot them, minasan. And I'll just, before we close this day, let me just present to you some miscellaneous topics for appreciation. Well, tempura. This is the Japanese dish. It is actually a Portuguese dish. And just like here, another example of proper noun, a name of business. Tenya. This is tendon or tempura donburi. Tendon tenya. Okay. How about this? Wow. Very famous in buffet restaurants. Tempura. This is the miso soup. This is tempura. And this is hashi. Chopstick. Hashi. Okay. And the one I told you, very famous company in Japan, Rakuten Group Incorporated. Rakuten Group Kabushiki Gaisha. Kabushiki Gaisha is a means corporation in Japan. It's a corporation or incorporated corporation in Japan. Kabushiki Gaisha. Here, Kabushiki Gaisha. And Rakuten Group Kabushiki Gaisha or Rakuten Group Incorporated is a Japanese technology conglomerate in Japan, based in Tokyo. And they excel in financial services utilizing fintech. And also, they are famous for developing the Viber, the Rakuten. And also, they are famous for this Japan's fourth most used mobile carrier, Rakuten Mobile, with more than 28,000 employees. Wow, operating in 30 countries and regions. So that's it, minasan. So we've reached the last part of our lesson here. The next lesson will be jikai. Mata seto fo no kanji desu. Mata seto yon kanji desu. For our next topic, it will be another kanji from the set number 4, and it will be a little bit more difficult than the topic today. And thank you for watching until the end, minasan. 最後まで見てくれて本当にありがとうございました。ご視聴くださりありがとうございました、皆さん。Thank you for watching until the end, 皆さん。And また次の動画で I'll see you in the next topic, 皆さん。少しもう一度もう一つの頼みがある。I have one more request. もしよろしければチャンネル登録ぜひぜひチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。I have one more request. If you could press like and press subscribe to help me grow this channel. 今日はここまでです。This is as far as we could go. Very well, 皆さん。また次の動画でお会いしましょう。I'll see you in the next video, 皆さん。では皆さん、ありがとう。バイバイ。Thank you. Bye bye.